Hey everyone, in this video, we're going to talk about ROI versus profits in your business and what's more important. Okay. Now, a lot of agents out there, when they evaluate an opportunity or lead, or they evaluate their own business, when they look at, what they spent on leads versus what they received in commissions, they're looking at the ROI, the multiple. Did you get a 2-to-1 ROI? Did you double your money? Did you triple your money? 3-to-1 ROI, right? And ROI doesn't matter as much as profits. Okay. Profits is what matters the most in this business. And I'm going to give you some examples on why that matters and why you should look at your business through the lens of profits. And when you see these sensationalized, get 3-to-1, 4-to-1, 5-to-1 ROI out there, that it may not be the right metric to look at. Okay. So I say that because an agent with a 2x ROI, an agent that doubles their money, can make more money than an agent with a 3 or 4x ROI. But if you were presented with the opportunity, like somebody was being upfront about the ROI of this program, and they would traditionally go with the one that has a higher ROI, not the one with the most profits in it. And that's a decision that a lot of agents are making, and it's based on the wrong metrics. Okay. And I want to explain why in this video, because most agents would take that 3 to 4x ROI without hesitation, without asking any questions. But I want you guys to ask questions. I want you guys to dig a little deeper when you're looking at your business, when you're looking at an opportunity, or when you're looking at a lead source, and they're talking about ROI. First of all, you want to quantify ROI. Okay. What does ROI mean to that opportunity, to that lead? Because ROI to me, to our business, is money that you spend that gets taken out of your account versus money that gets deposited into your account. Okay. A lot of agencies out there are going to say it's a 4 to 5-to-1 ROI, but that's sales made. It's not talking about placement. It's not talking about commission, commission levels, advances. It's not factoring any of that in. Okay. What matters is money going out and then the money that's coming in. That's how you should calculate ROI. But most agencies, most lead vendors, most people marketing out there, that's not how they calculate it. And so you may see a 3 to 4 to 5-to-1 ROI, cool. But really, when you get down to it, okay, maybe it's a 2 to 3 ROI once you factor in what you spent versus commissions deposited. Okay, so that's the first question you should always ask when talking about ROI. Ask what it means to that marketer. Okay. And quantify that. Okay. And so here's the deal, guys. When you're scaling, you want to consider profit first, then ROI. And hear me out here, because I'm going to give you an example. All right. There's 4 examples that I'll put here so that we can make a comparison. All right. So example A, $2,000 lead spend, $7,000 in commissions deposited. Okay. $5,000 in profit. This agent has a 3.5x ROI. They made 350%, right? They put in $1, they got $3.50 out. Okay, but they had $5,000 in profit. That's great. Okay, and agents who are spending $2,000 in leads in a month, like they can work the crap out of those things and probably squeeze a lot more ROI than an agent that's taking more leads. Okay, so let's look at example B, $3,000 in lead spend. Okay, this should be minimum right when you're starting, spending $3,000. Okay, let's say you had $9,000 in commissions deposited for a $6,000 profit and an ROI of 3x. So 300% ROI. All right, now you see here the 3x ROI makes more money in profit than the 3.5x ROI. Okay. Now let's look at example C. Again, $5,000 in lead spend, $12,500 in commissions deposited, $7,500 of profit for an ROI of 2.5x. Okay. Example D, $10,000 in lead spend, $20,000 in commissions deposited, $10,000 of profit, a 2x ROI. All right. A lot of agents would look at example D and think, okay, you want me to spend $10,000 in leads and I'm only going to get a 2x ROI? No thanks, right? A lot of agents will look at even example C. I got, okay, $5,000 in lead spend, Okay, only 2.5x ROI, but guys, you're profiting $7,500 a month. In example D, you're profiting $10,000 a month. Okay, so you have to look at it through the lens of not just how you're calculating ROI, but how much can you put into the business to get that ROI, right? Because if somebody's saying a 3.5 to 4x ROI, sure, you can get that, but those are, if you're calling those leads 20 times in a few weeks, right? Because you have no other leads to call, because $2,000 in lead spend a month isn't going to get you that many leads. So you can work the crap out of those, right? So, but let's say you spend $3,000. Yeah, your ROI is going to go down a little bit, but you're going to make more money. Okay. You're going to have more profits. And that's what, and here's the thing. Most agents would look at the opportunity to spend $10,000 and make a 2x ROI and scoff at that opportunity. Be like, are you kidding me? I don't have $10,000 to spend. Even though in final expense telesales, you get paid weekly, if not daily, depending on the carrier. So you spend $10,000. And if you make $20,000, you're going to get that $20,000 within a week. Okay. So it's not just $10,000 out of your pocket. You're cash flowing yourself. Okay. So, a lot of agents would say, God, that's too expensive. And I'm not saying here everybody should go spend $10,000 in leads. That's not the point of this. The point of this is to look at profits over ROI. And this is how a lot of agencies scale. This is how a lot of call centers scale. This is how we're scaling right now, because we look at this, where we're not, we know our acquisition cost on a TV lead. It's higher than probably everybody's out there. Because we pay W-2 employees, we take TV leads, we have overhead, we have all of that. But, when you scale things out, and when you have agents that are working full 8-hour days, taking leads all day and getting trained all day, it makes sense, okay? Because the profits are there. The ROI is not there. A lot of people will look at our call center business, ask about the ROI in the lead and be like, how do you guys make that work? How are you guys in business? But at scale, it works, because you look at the profits, not at the ROI. All right. So, I want to challenge people here to look at this example and not be so intimidated by, a lower ROI. Okay. So, guys, don't get me wrong. ROI is really important to look at. But in the end, profit in your business, that's what matters the most. Okay. So let's look at this situationally with like an independent agent. That's, just a common situation I see with independent agents. Okay. Let's say an agent is spending $500 a week. Okay. You should be spending more than that, but this is common. An agent spends $500 a week in leads, and at the end of the month, they have $4,000 in upfront commission deposits. They run through all the deposits, $4,000 after spending $2,000 for the month. All right. After lead costs, that's only $2,000 in profit, a 2x ROI. And a lot of agents would look at that and they throw in the towel. This isn't doable. I can't live off of $2,000 a month. Guys, and I'm spending $100 a day in leads, $500 a week in leads. This is the cost of doing business. This is what you need to spend to keep this business going. Remember, you guys don't have any real overhead. You don't have to carry inventory. You don't have to, most of you aren't paying a lease. You're working from home. Okay. You don't have anything. All you have is to spend money on leads. This is what keeps your engine going, are these leads. Okay. So an agent would look at this and say, like, I can't live off of $2,000 a month, spending $500 a week. And I would challenge that way of thinking, because you just turned $1 into $2. Think about the power in that. Any savvy business owner would look at that and find a way to scale that. Okay. But for an independent agent, it's not livable, right? You can't live off of $2,000 a month, and it's scary to buy more leads. Okay. You're spending $500 a week. You only made $2,000 in profits this month. If you want to make $4,000, you just spend $1,000 a week in leads. But I know that's a scary jump to make. And it takes a lot of trust in yourself, a lot of trust in the process and what you're doing. And, self-confidence is everything when it comes to this. But a lot of agents will see this. They'll look at this and be like, it's a 2-to-1 ROI. I spent $2,000 and I only got $4,000, and they start thinking this business doesn't work. It doesn't work. But what they don't understand is, but most veteran agents out there, they are very happy with a 2-to-1 ROI when it comes to commission, like what you spend on your leads versus commissions deposited. Remember, that's just advanced commissions. That's not counting your as earned income or your renewals or anything. Okay. So a lot of high volume agents out there, they're not getting the 3-to-1, 4-to-1 ROI that probably many of you are getting, and probably think you're in this position of like, hey, I'm doing awesome things. I'm doing great. I'm getting 3 to 4-to-1 ROI. That agent over there that's doing all that production, putting up all those numbers, they're only probably making 2-to-1 ROI, but they're making more money than you. Okay. At the end of the day, they're profiting more than you are. So in this situation, an agent spending $500 a week, if they now spend $1,000 a week, they profit $4,000. They spend $2,000 a week, but they can profit $8,000, make 6 figures a year and profit. But we know that's a big step to take there. And I just want to get the message through that a 2-to-1 ROI when it comes to what you spent versus what you get is fine, right? Yes, you want to be better than that, but that is completely workable. Absolutely, you can build a business off of that, and you will get better as time goes on. That ROI will go up, right? Especially when you factor in your follow-ups, your referrals, you put in better systems for that ROI will go up, all right? And so this also begs the question, let's just say you got to the point where you were spending $2,000 a week, $8,000 a month. So you're spending this, but can you even effectively handle taking that many leads? Okay, that's another question you have to ask yourself here. If you want to scale to that point, right? And let's just say you're working Facebook leads and you're generating them for $8 a piece. All right. That's $250 a week. If you're spending $2,000 a week, $8,000 a month, that's $2,000 a week divided by $8 a lead. That's $250 a week. Okay. Can you effectively handle 250 leads a week? That's 50 leads a day. Can you maintain that same ROI? Most agents won't be able to. Okay. That's the hidden X factor of taking inbound calls that nobody really considers. Okay. Your profit potential, it's incredibly scalable, incredibly scalable. You're just going to pay more for that opportunity. All right. Now, all that to say, in this situation with an agent that's spending $500 a week, profiting $2,000, right? Making $4,000, profiting $2,000, the agent needs to spend more money on leads to earn more. Be happy with that 2-to-1 ROI, because remember, the definition of ROI for somebody else could be just sales made on those, not factoring in placement, not factoring in your commission percentage, your advance, all that stuff. Okay. If you are getting a 2-to-1 ROI, buy more leads. And I know that is something that uplines tell you all the time. Oh, just go buy more leads. And I disagree with a lot of the times that uplines say, hey, go buy more leads. But if you've proven it out, if you've taken leads and you're getting a 2-to-1 ROI on what you spend versus commissions deposited, go buy more leads. Absolutely, because you've proven it out. I just don't like when agencies out there are just telling people to go buy more leads to increase their production when they don't know how they're doing. If you are profitable doing this and you are only spending $500 a week on leads, you should buy more leads. Agents should, if you're starting out, you should be spending at least $3,000 a month on leads. $750 a week is the minimum, and you're still not going to be able to work full time off of that. Okay. After your first month, you should be spending at least $1,000 a week on leads. At least. If you're serious about this, you have to be spending $1,000 a week on leads. Most agents, veteran agents, spend more than that. Okay. But if you think about it, you're getting paid quickly. That money comes back to you. It's not like you're outlaying $4,000 in a month, because a lot of that's going to come back to you already. So think about it in that regard as well. Okay. So guys, there's so much hype. Like, you should get a 4-to-1 ROI and quadruple your spend, but nobody really thinks about how people are calculating ROI. And if they are calculating it correctly, maybe they had an agent do it once, and so they're promoting that. We all have hot streaks. Maybe, the definition is different, but you really have to factor in the opportunity in itself. How scalable is it? Do you see yourself doing that? Can you see yourself doing $200 a day? Can you see yourself spending $85 for a TV call-in? That's what we're spending right now. A lot of you watching this are like, oh my gosh, $85 for a TV call. Yeah, that's what we're living in right now because of the elections. And we're competing with those ad budgets from all the politicians in every market, spending money on TV ads. And so that will come down come November after the elections. But all that to say is that how, all agents are saying, like, how are agents spending that much and taking so many leads? They're not looking at it from an ROI standpoint. They're looking at it from a profit standpoint. They're profiting a lot still, even at that price point. And so when you look at the business through the lens of profits and not through ROI, you can see through some of the BS out there and some of the things that people just can't wrap their minds around. And that's an important thing to look at when you are evaluating any lead, any opportunity, or or even your own business and how it's performing right now. Okay, don't look at the ROI. Look at the profits that you make every single month. Okay, and I just recommend just moving forward, everyone examine their business through profits, not through ROI. That's all I'm asking here. That's how we examine our business, especially our call center business. That's how we train independent agents to look at their business. You should have a P&L, even if it's basic. You have your money spent on leads, your expenses, and you might have a couple technology fees, your insurance toolkits, your CRMs, whatever, money spent on leads, and then your commission deposits. Super simple, basic P&L, and look every month to see what you spent and what deposits actually came in. Okay, and know that you have as earned, your months 10, 11, and 12, plus the renewals on that also coming out on top of that. Okay, I hope this reframed how some of you think about this business, and let me know if you guys have any questions. And make sure to subscribe to the channel and like this video if this type of content is helpful for you, and we'll keep doing this type of stuff. All right, thanks everybody.